Hey guys, my name is Falcon the Dino, and today we are looking into prestiging in Monsters of Etheria. Now, prestiging is a huge part of late-game Monsters of Etheria, yet not many players are aware of it. I'm going to tell you the benefits of prestiging and how to best accomplish it. So, what is prestiging? Prestiging is just Monsters of Etheria's rebirth mechanic. Prestiging resets you back to whatever level your Etherian starts with, and slightly gives you an experience boost. Any moves, skins, or abilities you have are transferred over, even if they weren't unlockable when your Etherian first started. Prestiging can only be done at the max level of Etherians, which is always 100. Luckily for the player base, this isn't just for the sake of resetting your game. There are two main rewards for grinding to Prestige 10 on most Etherians. First off, every single time you prestige, you receive one prestige token for whichever Etherian you reset. That is to say, if I prestige Boxling or Broxel once, I'll get a Boxling prestige token. This can only be used for Boxling-related purchases in the prestige shop, which can be accessed in the bottom of each Etherian select screen. You cannot buy Kindite prestige-related skins with Boxling prestige tokens, or any Etherian for that. You need to prestige an Etherian to get its prestige tokens. These prestige tokens can buy the following textures to be used on any Etherian skin: reflective, corroded, foil, sand, and wood. Each of these cost one prestige token each, by the way. Generally, players aren't grinding for these textures though, as many consider them underwhelming. But once you buy these 5 skins, a 6th prestige skin will appear in the shop, called Elusive. These Elusive skins are different for every Etherian and are oftentimes unique and worth grinding for. However, they are each worth 5 prestige tokens, so it takes 10 prestiges overall in order to unlock all of the prestige-related skins for any Etherian. A quick disclaimer though, as of the recording of this video, a couple Etherians don't have Elusives coded into the game yet. You can still unlock the Elusives for these by spending the 5 prestige tokens, but they won't change the skin of the Etherian until they are actually added. The 5 Etherians that lack Elusives right now are the Warzard, Salablinder, Ignititan, Solarain, and Egglet lines. This may be subject to change in the future, but fair warning. It isn't just skins, though, that you can unlock. Every Etherian has 3 titles related to prestiging it: a 1 prestige title, a 5 prestige title, and a 10 prestige title. You unlock these by getting to the prestige level, not by having to pay any prestige tokens. So grinding an Etherian to 10 prestiges will net you all of its titles and all of its prestige-related skins. By the way, getting prestiges on Etherians is generally something you do after you unlock every Etherian and get them all to level 100 once. Even if you don't have the champion badge, which is what you're given if you accomplish these 2 tasks, the rest of the video will probably still help you with leveling up, so keep watching. Now let's get into how much time this takes. The average time it takes to level most Etherians to max once by just sitting in a roleplay server is around 6 hours. That takes a very long time. As a result, getting 10 prestiges on most Etherians by just sitting in a roleplay server will take a little under 60 hours for every Etherian. That is terrible. Well, not every Etherian. It gets even worse for legendaries and ethereals, which have slower experience gains. For Pete's sake, Ethereals would take around 120 hours to do the same thing it takes normal Etherians 60. It just isn't good. Luckily, there are 3 main ways to speed this up, and they all stack together. I'm not a big fan of sponsorships, but if you're seriously into Monsters of Etheria and have the Robux, just buy XP+. It doubles your experience gain. It's great. Secondly, just being in PvP mode doubles your experience gain as compared to roleplay mode. You don't need to engage with anyone. You could literally just hide in a corner of the ocean and AFK and get more XP than if you were in RP. Thirdly, this last one takes a little more explanation. Since so many other people have done tutorials on this, I'll just explain what you have to do. In the Dimensional Anomaly Research Center, or better known as DARK, there is a button in a room. It's the button room. I don't know what the room is called, but pressing this button opens up several portals across the map, which open and close based on day/night cycles in-game. For beginners, just remember that the portal on top of the Clock Tower Mountain opens at day, and that the Desert Portal, which is extremely close to the Clock Tower Portal, opens up at night. So just being in that general area will eventually allow you to enter the Torn Dimension. But be aware that the portals will have to be recharged after a certain number of uses, which can be determined by the fires near the portals being orange and not purple. Why am I telling you this? Well, the third modifier is located here in this low-gravity wasteland. If you head towards the middle of this place, you'll find a big yellow orb surrounded by columns which radiate heat, radiation. I don't really know the lore of it, but standing inside this area will allow you to level up at double the pace, as long as nobody else is nearby. For every person being nearby and not being max level, the experience orb will decrease in efficiency by 0.1. This may sound small, but this can mean the difference between getting twice as much experience and getting only 20% more. This is a point of contention between some players, but generally people consider this spot to be a king of the hill zone. That means that if you want to reliably use this spot, you'll either have to find a peaceful server or brush up on your PvP skills with non-max Etherians. With all these modifiers of having XP+, joining a PvP server, and being near the orb, the time it takes to level the average Etherian to max will be around 45 minutes. If you lack one of these modifiers, or if you're just using an ethereal, you can just multiply 45 minutes by 2 to get your level time. That is, 2 for every modifier that you're missing. If you've been doing the math, you might assume that it takes around 7.5 hours to prestige an Etherian 10 times with the best modifiers. That would be wrong. For the average Etherian, it would take slightly over 5 hours. But how can this be? This is because you get a slightly larger experience gain for every prestige that you have. It makes a noticeable difference the more times you prestige. This leads us to the final secret reward of prestiging secret titles. There are 9 prestige-related titles in total, and they are all unlocked by prestiging any Etherian an excessive amount of times. Seriously, it goes all the way up to 1 million prestiges on a single Etherian. The good news is that 1 million is the maximum amount of times you can prestige an Etherian. It just caps out. Anyhow, the point I'm making is that even if this sounds daunting, it takes only around 100 in-game hours with the best modifiers. And to prove to you that it isn't just as bad as it sounds, I maxed prestige in Ethereum specifically for this video. After prestige 2500, your leveling to max will begin to be 100% instantaneous. That is, no matter what level you are, you'll always prestige once every 10 seconds with the right multipliers. And there will be an overflow of experience which will carry on to the next prestige. At prestige 5000, you'll be getting 2 prestiges every 10 seconds. Eventually, with all the right modifiers and prestige levels, you could be getting up to 400 prestiges every 10 seconds. It's just those slow, early prestige levels which make this sound daunting. Now granted, I cycled between multiple private servers to get the highest orb multipliers and to avoid conflict with the King of the Hill system. It took me around a month of on and off grinding. However, if you just have one private server and have access to an auto-clicker, you can accomplish max prestige way faster than me. The problem with Roblox AFKing is that Roblox will kick you out if you haven't done anything or pressed any buttons for 20 minutes. However, it doesn't recognize the difference between a person and an auto-clicker. One could max prestige in a week with this strategy. Okay, I haven't done the calculations with this included, but Monsters of Etheria literally just added a friend bonus to experience gain. If you have 3 friends in a server, you can get up to 25% extra experience just by having them there. You could do some weird stuff with alts or just play more with friends, your choice. And there you have it. If you have any questions about prestiging, please let me know in the comments below. Have a nice day.